Garage. Our
Stop it. Sit down. Seriously. You got your backs turned to me. I'll just come down and kick both your asses. Look at that. That's just rude. You know he's a Harley guy. He's rude. The BMW guys wouldn't do that. Of course, that guy's probably an attorney. I should leave him alone. He's all dressed up. Kind of looks like one of my old parole officers. My name's Pat Jansen from Sin Central Garage out in Iowa. I don't talk funny because I'm from Iowa. I talk funny because I'm from Georgia. I just moved to Iowa. I got tired of having my stuff stolen in Atlanta. But we're here with Grease and Gears Garage, Cycle Source Magazine, Sin Central Garage, Grease and Gears Garage. We're all here. And what we're doing is we're inviting you just to be a part of a shop experience. All of us are just greasy mechanics. Some of them are like Nick is famous, and so he's a glorified welder, But basically, we just want to invite you in and show you how to do some stuff. And this is the way we do it in the shop. So we got welders and benders and grinders and cutters, and we'll talk, and maybe somebody will have a good idea. And if one of you guys out there has a question or has a good idea and said, hey, have you ever thought about doing that, or why'd you do it that way? Just ask. We've got a microphone up here. I'll probably have a couple of buddies wander up on stage and sit down with us, just like it happens at a garage. So welcome to Grease and Gears Garage. We want to thank Progressive Motorcycle Insurance for having us, allowing us to be on the stage. They've been insuring motorcycles since the early 60s, way before you even had to have a motorcycle insurance on a bike, and way before you met the nicest people on a Honda. But we also want to thank J&P Cycles. They're always supportive of us, and one of our big sponsors here at Grease and Gears Garage, and also as the world's largest distributor of aftermarket motorcycle parts, they make a great partner, not just for Grease and Gears Garage, but also for all you guys out there riding. They have everything you could ever want for any make and model of bike. But without further ado, I got a good friend of mine, Nick. Nick is the owner and operator, founder, if you will, of Forever Two Wheels in Maine.
I screwed it up.
Why am I having such a hard time with you? I did that earlier with your shop.
My shop, my last name, you butcher everything.
Well, how do you say your last name?
Beaulieu. There's a lot of vowels.
Beaulieu.
And there's no R on the end.
Beaulieu?
Yeah.
Hi, what is it?
Beaulieu.
Beaulieu?
Just call me Nick B.
That's why I called you Nick. I always call him Nick Beaulieu.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's a dumb last name. But anyway, now we have 50. We're also Facebook Living this, so we have 50,000 people now that have seen me insult you. So, but Nick is a good friend.
Get used to it.
Nick and I met. Oh man, that was a long time ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, in New Hampshire at the Laconia Rally, at the Broken Spoke, where there were people drinking alcohol, and we watched them.
Yeah, I didn't take part in any of it.
No, we're good boys. So, Nick, you've got a great shop up there. What do you specialize in at Forever Two Wheels?
Well, I used to work at a motorcycle dealership, and I decided to build a bike while I was working there, and I enjoyed it, I guess, and I decided to leave the dealership after 4 years. My last day, I finished my first bike, and then I moved back to Maine, started Forever Two Wheels, specialize in Harley-Davidson service. And then I just built bikes on the side for, myself and fun. And I did this bike build-off in Laconia, and my good friend Larry Fredella of Old School Choppers, he sponsored me. And, I got into it like a month before, and, I only had like a few weeks to prep. I built it. I had a few friends come and help me. We ended up winning the build-off, and then JP Cycles came and approached me. And they're like, well, you built a bike in 8 days. What do you think about working on the rally tour? I didn't really know what to think about it. I'm like, sure, whatever. What's the worst that can happen? And then 2 months later, I'm in Sturgis, installing exhaust for Vance and Hines and working with JP Cycles. And I did that for a few years. Enjoyed it. Everybody was great. Treated me awesome. They're really a great company. And they do a lot for the industry, and they're one of the sponsors for Grease and Gears.
Yeah, well, and we've got Steve Eiselstein. He is the Eiselstein, of course, is a Jewish name. He's from Iowa. I call him the Iowa Jew. Not just because he's a penny pincher. That's because he's poor. No, but obviously he asked me what time he went on today from J&P Cycles. He manages, runs all of their rally stuff. If it's outside the building, he's there doing it. And so here being supportive of you, so that relationship continues to go.
He's a good dude.
Real proud of Nick, and then we'll get on to what he's doing. Has also he's gone from working with you and kind of working at a dealership, doing service, 3,800 square foot shop now up there in Maine, and he said he got
65 plus bikes.
65 bikes in his shop right now, and that he's working. And so, man, I tell you, just real proud of you. A nice young man, poor values, no morals, but is doing well for himself in spite of himself.
I like to party.
Now, Nick, what are you going to be doing? You're obviously you're going to be making something for us today. Looks like exhaust.
A funnel. We're going to need some beer, though.
This is going to be a crappy part of a funnel.
We're going to get a bunch of people up, and we're just going to all line up.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah.
It's a group funnel.
So we're going to be building a 2-in-1 stainless header for like a Dyna or Bagger or whatever you really want to put it on. It's pretty simple. You can pick up the stainless megaphone, reverse cone, and merge collector from SBD Exhaust, and they're out of California. And it's a fairly decent price. I mean, what I have in materials is probably right around $425, $500, and that's including like the perforated tube, the stainless pieces, like the glass mat, the stainless safety wire and all that. So
a lot of people, when you're buying exhaust, you go to the J&P catalog, of course, world's largest distributor of aftermarket motorcycle parts. Don't know if I mentioned that. But now you go and you're like, why is that exhaust so expensive? Well, it's stainless it's a high-end metal. Why would you want to make an exhaust system out of stainless? Why did you choose that?
Well, it holds up really well. It doesn't rust. It gives a nice look, especially if it discolors a little bit, and it can add to the motorcycle. It looks really good.
You bored that guy right there. They just got up and left. Oh. They were at least tolerating me. Now they're just leaving.
It's past his curfew. Matlock starts soon.
That's mean. So, stainless. Go back.
Yeah. All right. So, we're building the pipe right here.
Wait, but tell me why you chose stainless. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Because it's cool, man.
Because it's cool.
Yeah. Lightweight, holds up.
It's not going to rust.
No.
You don't have to.
Well, it could rust since it's sitting on the steel table, but.
Right, but
yeah,
well,
it's
rust
all good.
could get on.
We'll clean it all up.
We'll clean it
all
all
up. It won't rust.
All right, so let's get into building this stainless exhaust system.
All right. So we got the megaphone. This is a 16 and a half, 4-inch major diameter, 2-inch minor. And we actually have a merge collector, and this is a 2.5-inch to 1 3/4. So we actually got to cut this down a little bit. I brushed this with a bench, like a belt sander with a Scotch-Brite wire wheel. So you can see like the finish, and then this is actually the finish it came in. So, I just want to show you like a little bit how I prepped it. So we got, like I said, the merge, the 2-in-1, the megaphone, 2-in-1 merge, and then the reverse cone.
And now, while you're talking about that, is for 2-in-1 exhaust. What is superior about 2-in-1 exhaust?
2-in-1, you get the right amount of back pressure. You actually can gain power. When you do like a 2-in-2 exhaust, you're really robbing yourself of power. This is the best way to go if you're trying to achieve, maximum power out of your motorcycle.
Right on. Okay.
So
keep going.
Cool. Let's build it. So
they put me up here with this guy. I swear to God, I'm so nervous. I never know what he's going to say.
I never know what I'm going to say.
I know. That's what makes me nervous.
So I machined out these two couplings. I don't want to make this too boring. So this they fit in pretty good in the perforated tubing. So if you guys ever weld a perforated tubing, it doesn't really weld that good. And this kind of holds it in, so it kind of stays into place, so you won't have a broken baffle or anything. So, yeah, we're going to get going. We're going to start cutting the megaphone. Cutting. Slinging some spacks.
Cutting. All right, we're going to need the red screen before we do this. Fire Marshal is pretty excited about this red screen. So you're going to have to look at the television screens here for a minute.
Oh, we're not ready right now. I got to mark it all out.
Nick, I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Jeez.
That's Mark. He played Gimli in Lord of the Rings. He moonlights with us. Ken Stork in the audience, famous photographer. He's a fireman on the side here in New York City. He's on duty right now, probably. Fireman, New York City, right there. He is. He really is a New York City fireman. Very proud. No, that's cool. Don't clap, then. Whatever. Everybody on Facebook was clapping, just to let you know. Okay. Thank you, Facebook Live. Where's my... Oh, I got that up here. I can see how many people are with me. See who's yelling at you. Oh, it died. I can't do it. Now, what are you measuring for?
Girth. We want it as, wide as possible to fit this to merge.
I gotcha.
Merge.
Okay,
right.
so...
Yeah.
All right. So when you're ordering your pieces, you want to designate...
Yeah, so this is a 16.5 length, so you kind of want to, cut it in half because it's 4-inch major, 2-inch minor. Half of that's 3-inch, and then you got to figure out the other half, so bring it 2.5, right? Stop laughing, Ken.
Yes, exactly. If my calculations are correct, that's true. Is there going to be division anyplace? We just did division. How did you come up with 2.5?
I don't know. I don't know my math. From Maine.
It's very, very confusing.
Just watch me make this.
There are a lot of people from the Northeast here at this show, I noticed.
You sure do got a pretty mouth. You're not from around here.
I'm from Iowa.
Corn-fed, right?
Oh, you got it started up. All right. So that guy can tell me I'm fat again. All right, I can see it. Johnny Landon. Oh, you got Mike from out in Vegas is watching you. All right, that's cool. It's like technology. Now, how do you say Mike's last name? Is it Rabideau? Is that how you say it?
Rabideau?
Rabideau?
I think that's what it is.
Rabideau?
There's a bunch of vowels in that one, too, I think.
It's just Mike. Just call people by their first names from now. Except for Steve Eiselstein.
That's a fun one to say.
That's a fun one. The Iowa Jew. And you have to say the Iowa Jew right after it. There's not that many Jewish people in Iowa. So you got to celebrate when you...
That's why he's the unicorn.
He's the unicorn.
He's the Iowa unicorn. Get it, corn?
Ha ha, unicorn. I get it.
Corn. All right. We need that now.
Oh, we need this now.
Yeah.
I got it, Mark. All right, now. To the screens, my friends. To the screens. The camera that's going to be picking you up is to your right if you need to show anything.
I think. Hold on.
We came up to make Nick really uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to make Nick uncomfortable, but that kid sure can make it everything awkward.
Now, see, didn't you tell everybody how famous he was? Look, he has 2 photographers, 3.
I know. Look at this. Nick gets on stage. You know, he won the Hot Bike Tour.
And I understand he won the whole JP Ultimate Builder last year, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, he won the JMP Cycles Ultimate Builder show last year, the whole thing, and won nationally. And then they also won the Hot Bike Tour last year.
So, see, we've spared no expense at bringing quality entertainment.
Quality people up here.
And also, we told him that he couldn't come back in the building to win anything else this year, so this was his only way out.
That's right. I like that sound.
You know, I don't mean to be critical, but I saw Chris Richardson cut an entire gas tank in half in Long Beach.
Like that.
Man's a pro.
Well, he's a professional. Nick's still a hobbyist, apparently. 65 bikes he's got in his shop now. Can you believe that? How are you, sir? Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. I missed you, man. It's
Yeah,
been a long time since we got together and hung out and made out and made love and all
Absolutely.
that good
Yeah, I
stuff.
know. Thanks for saying that in my mic. Yeah.
Is that on?
Appreciate that. In the most masculine of ways. We're in New York. It's okay. We can do that kind of stuff here. I don't know if we can or not. Matt Lauer lost his job this week. Can we still do that? Oh, no.
Wow, the crowd got hushed.
Bunch of Lauer fans out there.
Too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Hey, Evan, what's going on? Got Evan Favaro from Speakeasy Motors. He's going to be up tomorrow.
I'll be up tomorrow. I'm gonna build a gas tank.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's weird. I got you. I'm here to make sure Nick's doing all right.
Taught him everything he knows.
Yeah.
That doesn't say a lot about you.
That's why he's doing it all wrong.
Get over here and rub my back while I'm doing this.
No.
There's a lot of that kind of man touchy stuff going on in the custom motorcycle world, apparently. That's cool. That's cool. I got nothing against it.
That builder on builder love.
Builder on builder love, baby.
Need a beer break for this one. Jeez,
I mean,
forever.
Chris Callan just said Chris Richardson cut an entire gas tank in half like that, and you're like,
Stainless, different beast.
is that JB Weld? No, it's not JB Weld. That couldn't be my weld at all. That's his weld. Don't want to make him mad.
Great.
Peter. He's picking on your welds, man. Just blame it on Kyle Shorey.
Yeah, that's cool. Where are these bars from?
Here. Come up here. Talk about your motorcycle. Woo! Look at that. I'm going to have you autograph this. Fat. It's... Got it.
Oh, no.
I'm going to weld a little
Those
bottom on that and make a cup out of it for camping.
Oh, I'll make you a cup.
Yeah,
Nice.
All right. Now, you've cut the end of this off.
they are. Yep. Yep. Planning on everything in a stainless
Hold on a second. Let me see that. This is Peter Ballard. He also has a. Do you have two bikes in the show or one bike?
One bike in the show.
Where are you from?
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Now, Peter, full time, doesn't build bikes. He would be what we consider kind of a garage builder. And but man, he's got smart because he makes money and then does it on the side. But this is one that he's just started on, and it's a beautiful bike. So thanks for bringing it. And where did you get those bars?
Front Street Cycles. Great
Where?
guy. Front Street Cycles. Great guy out of Dayton, Ohio.
All right, well, there you go. Front Street Cycles. Any size. All right, Nick, what we got going on now?
So we cut the
You don't make them anything you want.
we cut the megaphone down so it'll fit. That guy. If I can get it on there.
So that fits right on there.
Yeah. More straighter after I grind this down a little bit more.
All right. I see you, Ken. You can't hide from me. I can still see you. This is what you look like all the time, Ken. With that damn camera in your face. All right. So, what are the things you're going to want to watch for if somebody's cutting their own megaphone? How you just want to go slow and make sure that you make a straight line. Now,
Yeah.
did you mark all the way around?
Yeah, I marked all the way around. You go around slow, kind of make like a scribe line, and then you can dig in deep, put the hammer down.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, in your shot, if I was doing this in Iowa,
You what?
if I was doing this, I probably would have cut that on my bandsaw.
No, you can't. Lay it flat on the bandsaw. You're gonna cut it at an angle.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's good. I wouldn't have, but good point, though.
Unless you set your bandsaw at the angle, but that's too much work. Just
Too
cut it
much
with the
work.
garbage.
Just describe the line. Exactly. So there you go. So we just learned something right there.
Oh, perfect.
Real me nervous when she says no.
I know, right?
All right.
All right, so we got that all set. Plop one of these couplings in. Maybe a rubber mallet.
Rubber mallet. I can do it. Mark, rubber mallet. These are new toolboxes and rubber mallet. Rubber mallet, rubber mallet. But Mark knows where everything is in them because he's smart.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanna. All right. Can we fire up the welder too? Get that all ready? Cool. That was quick.
Mark's on top of it, man. I'm telling you what.
He's on fire.
Moss don't grow on a rolling stone.
Got a new TIG welder. They were doing, got a 180 amp machine shipped to the door for $1,400. Yeah, they're doing a factory rebate, $700.
Okay.
All right, what are you doing now? Now you got the baffle.
So we
This
got to
looks
cut
too
the
long.
perforated tubing wicked long.
Wicked long.
Wicked.
You don't just get that from any place in the country. Wicked long.
Yeah, you don't get wicked long in Maine. Nope.
Okay, now how did you decide where you're going to make that mark?
I don't know, I just liked it. Said, that's a pretty good spot.
Okay, so that's a guesstimation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, where's that bandsaw you were talking about?
It's at my house in Iowa.
Oh, cool. Let's hop on a plane.
Now that would be good to cut on a bandsaw. I really would have done this on a bandsaw. But I wouldn't have rolled it like that. Like Nick assumed I was going to be a moron. Roll it like that. What are you doing now? What, Chris? You're dragging stuff around with it. Why do I have all these people on stage? Yeah, why don't you guys sit there? I want you to sit right there on that couch. Make yourselves comfortable. Are you into making your own exhaust yet? Are you doing that? But okay. Well, I do, but not everybody can get away with it. You can. I mean, Oh, man. So you got to start over. Chris Callan, ladies and gentlemen, he is the founder, owner, editor, Cycle Source magazine. Yeah. But he doesn't run it, ironically. Heather does. Heather's the boss. So, did she just tell you you're supposed to be doing a tech article on this and gave you the camera and sent you out here? I think Manny and Ken took enough pictures at the beginning. You can grab some from them.
Yeah.
What are you talking about over there? Well, talk in the microphone if you're going to talk on stage. I got to train these boys up. You don't have to do anything except talk in it. We got a trained monkey down there that turns them on and off.
Okay, so with this all fit up, now I could just start tacking everything.
All right, and you were going to TIG weld.
TIG weld, yes.
Talk to me about TIG welding versus MIG welding.
MIG welding is known for like splatter weld, I guess. TIG welding is more controlled. It's tungsten inert gas.
MIG welding, you're going to have a gun with wire that comes out of it. It's going to be shielded with gas. It's all one unit.
And it looks like JB Weld.
And it looks like JB Weld.
There.
And you can make fine welds with it, but it's a messier process. It splatters a little bit when the metal does it.
You do a lot of grinding.
With tungsten inert gas welding, TIG welding, which he's going to do, they're actually separate. He's going to have a torch, not a gun. He has a torch and a stick of material, stainless, and he's going to go around, and as the two pieces of metal melt, it's going to form a puddle, and he's going to follow that puddle with that stick, small stick of metal, and he's just going to dip it into that puddle. And that's going to make what they call dimes. And it looks like you're stacking dimes one on top of another. Little nice weld. So he's going to TIG weld this because it's cleaner. And with stainless, it's really the only way to go.
Yeah, and there's no sparks because they don't allow us to do sparks. And you can't have guns in New York.
Right. You can't have a gun in New York.
All right, cool.
Not even a MIG gun. We're going to bring this over. Are you ready for me? Yeah. Okay. Look at the screen. Avert your eyes. Pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
You know, there's been more politics on this stage already. You guys for like being laid back and just hanging out in the garage.
Have we talked politics? I said something about Matt Lauer. Oh, he said the guns in New York.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. Can't have guns in New York. I'm packing, but don't tell the coppers. New York City. This country boy up there from the Wallkill area, isn't it? Yeah.
So what we were talking about over here when you called us on that was MIG welding versus TIG welding. You know, it's a lot of people look down on MIG welding, but there's a lot of really, really good purposes in situations where you'd use MIG welding. You know, it's yeah.
Because like when I'm doing body panels on cars at the shop, I wouldn't TIG weld. It'd be a waste of time. It'd take too much time. I MIG weld all that stuff. And so MIG welding has its place. But you get a lot of guys that, like Austin Andrella, I TIG everything.
Well, we were just saying this is a Craft-Tech frame, which, by the way, are all made in the USA. And we were just saying that these are beautiful welds, and most likely they were done by someone who's just very good with a MIG welder.
MIG welder, absolutely, yeah. So you can, there's a place for both of it. MIG welding, to get into welding, if you want to get into welding, MIG welders are cheaper. They're less expensive typically. The supplies are less expensive. For instance, the tungsten, pieces of tungsten that go in the torch are 10 inches long, maybe 8 inches long.
That's what you tell your wife.
Yeah, they're 10 inches long. So, but you use those and they wear out. It's a consumable. And like 10 of those are going to cost you $70, $80. And so, so TIG welding is a more expensive process as well to use.
The great Kyle Shorey.
No way. Cowboy come home. He's from Dallas, Texas. Actually, he's from Roanoke, Texas.
Come
The
on up,
one, the
Kyle
only
Shorey.
Kyle
Don't
Shorey.
be shy.
I tell you what, the coolest thing about Grease and Gears Garage is we really do get the best builders in the world on this stage to do stuff. We joke with them about not being very good, but we do. Kyle Shorey flew all the way in from from Roanoke, Texas, to be with us. He's got Shade Tree Fabrication down there.
Is it on poles?
Evan Favaro from Speakeasy Motors has been in the past. He's back there now in another capacity. The lead fabricator for Orange County Choppers, as well as running his own shop. He's been on their television show building all the cool tanks and fenders that you see. Evan is responsible for those things for Orange County Choppers. So Kyle Shorey used to have the nickname Hollywood, and he had a long bobbed bleach blonde haircut. He was so cute. Now he's a cowboy. Hey, Deidre. Deidre is my girlfriend. It's good to have you here. It's Kyle's wife. It's my girlfriend. It's very complicated. Actually, technically, you're his girlfriend, too. I don't blame you for that. I wouldn't marry him either.
Okay.
Can you do that? Can men get married in New York? They can? Okay. Not sure.
Definitely not. Yeah, so we got
What you got?
we have this all welded up. Now we're just gonna put all the pieces together now, and
Okay.
then actually we're going to put the glass mat right on here.
All right.
Then
So
we're
are
gonna-
we ready to move the
Yeah.
remove the screen and you guys?
Cool.
All right. And let's
Yeah, go
that's
ahead,
still
grab
hot.
it.
Yeah. I'm going to show. Oh, wow. If we can get that turned over,
Don't grab it.
I'm going to grab it. I'm going to lick it. I don't know how to get that with a camera. Hold that up with those gloves you got on.
No, it's not gonna do any
Oh,
better.
just lean it so they can see on the screen what that weld looks like. There you go.
I don't even know I'm gonna weld that. Now it's all covered.
All right, there.
Melting
Hold it up.
glove.
Point it at that camera over there. There you go. Burn his glove. Let me see. Oh, I didn't melt your glove there. Those were
You ruined
nice.
it all.
Those were nice
Wait,
ones too.
I was supposed to wear those to school on Monday.
Well, now they're your socks, son. Now they're your socks. You'll put them in your shoes.
Look at this. All right.
Messed it up.
Can't take you anywhere.
Use your emery cloth.
Oh yeah. All right. Let it cool down. Let's put that stuff on this sucker.
We needed some water up here.
No, we don't need water. Don't.
It helps it warp.
All right. So this is like some glass mat. You can pick it up really anywhere. You might even be able to pick it up at JP Cycles.
Hey, do you guys have glass mat at JMP Cycles? Yes.
Yes, JMP.
JMP Cycle, jpcycles.com. World's largest distributor of aftermarket motorcycle parts in the world.
So you want to wrap the perforated tube with this stuff. All right, you want to...
What do you need?
That might be too thick.
It's too thick?
Yeah.
I think you're the first person that's been on this stage that knows what that thing's for.
I know. Everybody just lays around. That was Kyle Shorey. A lot of homoerotic custom motorcycle builder guys on stage.
Come here, Kyle. Come out here and sit with us for a minute. We got
Come on,
to
Kyle.
talk to this guy. If you guys have been paying attention, there was a little show in Texas this year called In Motion. And In Motion was a collection of 14 of the most talented builders across the United States, and they were
And me.
A knife,
and
blade
Kyle.
or a knife.
Does that mean that you were more
Mark,
talented than the
knife, a blade, a razor blade.
Like a razor blade.
Peter built the rest of the bike.
But they competed for $10,000, and Kyle really brought a top shelf motorcycle. It's actually on display here all weekend. So I wanted to get you to come up here and talk about the motorcycle because you've been riding it now, right?
I haven't ridden it yet.
You haven't ridden the bike. You're killing me.
I started it and like looked at it a whole bunch.
Started it and looked at it a bunch. Is that what you said?
I tend to scratch things. Is the problem? I can't bring an old beat up, scratched up motorcycle to the Ultimate Builder Show at this prestigious event. So
I think that should be good.
it will be ridden. Hopefully, I can get on it when this show's over and run around Brooklyn a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tonight when the show closes down, we'll just ride it around the building.
Hell yeah. We should have races with all the bikes. Like,
The security doesn't like that. Matt Mondek and I did that a few years ago with some utility vehicles that they left the keys in. They don't like it.
forklift races.
No, they were actually out of somebody's display. Yeah, but don't tell anybody. We'll get in trouble.
I saw some refreshment back there. Was that yours? It was sitting
Yes.
right by the. Like,
That is
it was
mine.
sitting
You can
right
have
out in
some
the
if you
middle,
want it.
Everything.
That's mine. I'm at work.
I was told that you're banned from that
No.
while on the stage.
On the stage. We can't drink on stage anymore. Pat Patterson from Lead Sled Custom screwed that up for us.
What'd that do?
He got hammered on stage.
Pat Patterson and Pat Jansen cost me $270 in Sturgis for a missing bottle of Sailor Jerry's. And Mark,
We didn't miss it.
Mark and Little Joe worked their butts off to get the hardtail done in the time that these two finished that bottle. So there's a new rule: no more drinking in the garage.
It was delicious, though. Delicious.
I can I back out
I got it with
now? I need to back. Sunday there will be a blank spot on the Grease and Gears garage because if that's the rule, I'm out.
You're out. Now, Nick, you're doing this is a neat trick that you're showing us right now with the drill and the safety wire.
Yeah.
Tell us what you did there.
So, pretty much safety wire, wrapping around the sucker, grab a cordless drill. Almost everybody got a cordless drill at the house. Twist it up a little bit. I kind of fold the end over to give it a little bit more meat to grab. Hook it on there. Let it rip.
There are safety wire tools that you have. I've got one, and it's very manual, and this is just a much easier way to do it.
Faster.
Yeah. So they make tools for it, but this is an easy way to also get your safety wire spun up on there.
This is cooled down after you melted my glove to it.
I was just trying to pick it up, man. I didn't.
All right, I'll get you back.
Do you want me to clean it up?
No.
I don't mind.
No.
I mean, since you're whining about it,
No.
a baby.
No. Payback's a biatch.
I didn't mess it up so bad.
No.
Nothing that can't be fixed. That's why I'm not a carpenter. Because wood, you can't do that to.
Nope.
You burn wood, it's over.
What's good with metal is you can always add to it. You can always weld a little bit more.
Exactly. You can add and subtract and divide it.
Yeah.
You can't multiply metal.
At least not you.
Damascus steel.
You can multiply metal too. All right. That looks good now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be inside anyway. You can't tell what I did. It's inside.
I know. Everybody else knows.
It's inside. It's going to burn off. I was being good. I was touching the inside part. All right.
All right, so now we got the packing in, put the coupling in.
Matt, real Kip Kotler's watching you. You better stay on point.
All right.
Ha! Gregory Johnson says, chop saw and bam, done on 5 seconds. Rookies. I don't know what he's talking. I guess cutting that. He'd have done it on his chop saw.
We have a chop saw here.
We chose not to use it. I don't know. I trust you since you were the one wearing the hot bike ring when you won that. And you won the JMP Cycles Ultimate Builder competition last year. I'm going to go with you.
I didn't get a ring for that.
You didn't get a.
I got a big ass check.
You got a
Pictures
huge
with some hot
check.
blondes.
How much was that check?
10 G's.
10 G's he won last year. This that was good. All right, what do you got now?
All right, so we need to weld this end on there, and what this coupling and the end piece does is holds in the baffle so
It doesn't
won't
come
break.
out.
Yeah, it won't break, won't come undone. So yeah,
It's really clean. Sorry we bored you, ladies. Oh, she's got to go pee. She's not bored. Sorry. It's good.
all right, cool.
I have my mic was on.
So listen, I have a question.
You need to say something. Jackie needs to say something. She wants somebody to get a haircut.
I just want to remind everybody that there is over here enjoying the Grease and Gears presentation going on up there, working hard for you. Don't forget, while you're here at the Progressive Parlor, take advantage of all the awesome services we got going on over here. You've only got about 1 more hour. Flo's Chop Shop Barbershop is up and running. We still have hot coffee for Progressive policy holders. We are still hooking you up with these awesome free airbrush tattoos. And last but not least, when you get signed up for your chance to win this year's grand prize giveaway motorcycle, that beautiful custom BMW from Disowned Customs, I'm going to throw in some free swag just for doing so. So come on in and get signed up with my lovely girls here in the booth with the iPads in their hand, and we'll get you hooked up with some awesome free stuff. Hey, buddy!
Look at the television screens. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes.
So listen, I have a serious question, and this might not be a pleasant one to answer, but so once you weld this together like this, that's it. That batting stays in there forever.
Yeah, so you can't adjust your tune now. Yeah, because on a lot of these, it would have a ring inside, and you'd be able to pull the end off of it and adjust your batting inside.
And forgive me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm just taking this experience from like 4-stroke dirt bikes. You know, every once in a while you want to repack your pipe. Do the V twins
Like
not break down the same?
This is a set it and forget it. You know, I've done it on my personal bikes, a few other customer bikes. I've never really ran into an issue. You know, sometimes, like even the Harley ones, they came so you can't pull them out. So, I mean, I guess if you want to alter the pipe, you always can. If you want to make your own, you could always make it with a shorter baffle. You don't have to do it the exact way I'm doing it.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the baffle itself. I'm just talking about the batting.
Adjusting it?
About the batting. Like, does it not deteriorate at the same rate as like a 4-stroke dirt bike? Does it last longer so you don't have to worry about it?
That's a good question. I don't even know. That's something I'll have to look into. It seems to be holding up pretty good if they're selling it at JP Cycles.
If J&P Cycles, the world's largest distributor of aftermarket motorcycle parts, sells it, I'm pretty sure Steve Eiselstein, the Iowa Jew, will actually warranty this for the life of your pipe. His words, not mine. All right.
Sorry, this is the boring part.
Not boring at all, Nick. Not boring at all. What's interesting always is, you know, you can watch guys do this. Like, we've had guys narrow tanks on stage. We've built exhaust, that kind of stuff. You go home and do it. It never seems to go this easily. You know, it's...
Dude, that was Mark was just talking about at another industry show this year. We bought this tool called clamp tie, and it's the coolest tool ever for doing, you know, just like you said, the wire tie deal. But it's the best one that I've ever seen. And the lady showed me, she was like, you do this, you do that, you do this, and I videotaped it. 3 of my buddies from back home were like, yeah, bring me one too. I got home and I went to do it for them, and I had to watch the video of her doing it. I was like, it looked so easy when she was doing it. It was a wire tie, man.
Yeah, those are
I think
awesome.
we have one of them here.
For those of you just joining us, either on Facebook Live or here live in the studio audience, we are Grease and Gears Garage. Today we got Nick from Forever Two Wheels in Maine. He's a custom motorcycle shop, also does Harley service, all kinds of stuff. And he is building us a performance exhaust.
Okay, so we got pretty much the baffle in, all tacked in. So that shouldn't be really going anywhere. Now all that's left is really putting on the reverse cone and then the merge. So I'll tack that up really quick and
All right.
get back on it.
So we need to bring this red screen back over.
Yep, right back over.
All right, Mark's on it. Gimli again. Mark played Gimli in Lord of the Rings.
This is that clamp tight.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, when you watch that thing work, incredible. Because it never twists the wires together. It pulls the light by wrenching this thing and it folds it.
Really? Wow, that's cool. Clamp tight. Look up clamp tight. Safety wire stuff. Oh wow. Safety wire is an old kind of trick, mechanics trick. Really see it on a lot of back in the day, race cars, airplanes, that kind of stuff. You put a nut on a bolt, you'll drill a hole through it, safety wire through it, then you twist it together. It's steel wire. You twist it together, and that bolt then cannot run itself back off. So
So we got the reverse cone all tacked up. Now it's just time for the merge.
all right. You want the red screen back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. I like this. It's like a slideshow when he does that. Here we are at the Grand Canyon. All right, don't look at the welder. The reason you don't look into the welding, the point at which you're welding, is because you get what's called flash burn. And flash burn is really serious. It is just like looking into the sun, which you never want to do. But with welding, a lot of guys will think that they can tack something, close their eyes and tack it, close their eyes and tack it. Problem is your eyelids aren't thick enough to protect your eyes from the flash burn. You will still burn your eyes even doing that. And if you do that without a mask or anything on, your face will be sunburnt. You will actually feel like you have a sunburn. And it only takes 2 or 3 tacks to actually make that happen. So
I just watched Mark MIG weld an entire core support on a Ford truck with no mask, doing that, closing his eyes.
Oh, he had to be fried the next day. Oh, it's brutal. I've done it, and I still will catch myself doing it. And you got to remember, huh?
Too thin.
Yeah. All right. We got a screen mover for you, Nick. This is like TV.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is, all tacked up. I'll probably do the final welding back at home at the shop, right?
Yeah. So or you can send it with me, and I can finish it up at my shop. And just
Sure you
keep
can do that?
I can keep it. I mean, I'm not going to do it as well as you would because you won the J&P Cycles Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show National Championship last year and the Hot Bike Invitational from Hot Bike Magazine.
Oh, yeah, let's pull that out.
Oh, yeah, pull it out and get that. Show it to the camera. Show it to the people. The people want to see it. Oh, yeah. Show it to the camera right there. Look at that.
Right there.
Yeah, man. He's a big dog.
So listen, I have another question before you get out of here. You know, a lot of guys, just like we were talking about the difference of MIG weld to TIG weld, when you're talking about working in stainless, a lot of people are really they're really intimidated working with stainless. You know, what can you speak to that? Because it didn't seem like you were having any issues.
It's aluminum that you would want to be intimidated by. Stainless is actually fairly easy because it gives like a little reflection back, so you can actually see the puddle a lot better. I would recommend learning how to do stainless welding over aluminum any day. That's kind of when it's
because aluminum's soft and it melts.
Yeah, and it's a very dirty metal. You got to make it sure it's really clean, and yeah, it's really not that easy to weld. So definitely steel, stainless. This is pretty thin stuff. So I mean, you could weld this at like 63 amps. This one I had to bump up a little bit more because like those washers I put in there, those were 1/8 inch thick. So you got to
burn it in a little hotter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, that's it, folks. I mean, if You went to Nick's shop. That's what you'd see him do when he wanted to build a custom exhaust for his for a pipe for his 2-into-1 exhaust system. That's what he'd do. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nick. Forever Two Wheels. You're on Instagram at Forever Two Wheels Maine.
Maine. Yep.
And your Facebook is Forever Two Wheels.
Yeah, Forever Two Wheels. And then you can follow me on Facebook, it's Nick Beaulieu or
Beaulieu.
Beaulieu.
I call him Beaulieu.
Beaulieu.
Like the no, I call you Beaulieu is what I call it. Beaulieu. He's got a bad last name. We're gonna have to change it to something else. Smith.
Hey,
Jones.
I like. The
I'll just
Southern
take your
flair.
last name.
What's that?
You're putting a little Southern flair on there.
Little Southern
Beaulieu.
flair onto it. I call you.
Boy. You're my
This
boy,
is my
Beaulieu.
friend Nick Beaulieu. Nick Beaulieu. He's a fine young man. I met him at the church picnic.
I go under the alias My Concho.
Nice.
Get full spread for a Playgirl.
Let's not do that anymore. We'll just avoid that conversation right there. Thank you, Nick. But anyway, thank you, Nick, for being here. Grease and Gears Garage. That's our last presentation for the day. But as Jackie had told you, you can get over there and get your hairs did. You can get some coffee. You can go over and see. There's 2 insurance agents over there. They were just in the Progressive Calendar this past year. Progressive Calendar girls. They're also doubling as insurance agents. They have an encyclopedic knowledge of all things insurance related. So you can play Stump the Insurance Agent. Ask them a question. Doesn't have to just be about motorcycles. It could be about motorcycles, boats. They have pet insurance. Seriously, they got pet insurance, house insurance, business insurance, no health insurance, no dental, any other kind of insurance. Go see them. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Put your hands together, folks, one more time. Grease and Gears Garage, final presentation of the day. But stick around because we do indeed keep rocking and rolling for one.